welcome back. We've got our esteemed panel here again trying to test their expertise by recreating some snooker classic shots from years gone by. They're scoring each other, which has proved quite contentious, to be fair. We do have a leaderboard, which is currently headed up by Steve Davis. Still all to play for, though. Plenty of points left. Our next shot is Ken's Calamity.
This was for a maximum break. And you imagine the pressure. It didn't show, but you know, you can imagine the cue moving about. And all you got to do is put a little tracer left-hand side on and hit it too hard, and you miss it. That's what happened.
Wasn't as bad as that.
The fact that you nearly doubled that in the corner pocket meant that it was a poor effort in many ways. Now, I know there's another shot to go, and I could be strangling myself tactically here, but I feel it's a 1.
Difficult one to mark. If Kevin would have potted that black into one a car, I'm going to draw a picture of a car for you and give you a mark of, I don't know, 2.
I don't know.
Difficult one to mark.
2.
A picture of the car, though.
Well, actually, John, to be fair, I thought you replicated that shot quite well, particularly the shaking at the back arm. So I'm going to give you Big Fat Lady, number 8.
Thank you, Ken.
You hit it too hard, JB.
I think that's what happened with Ken, though. Don't you think he
hit
over
it that hard? Right, well, I'll give you. I won't be as bad as the 2 up the other end. I can't believe.
I mean, they haven't got a sense of humour.
Well, mind you had a great sense of humour whenever I potted the black in the middle pocket, and you give me 1 point, but I'll give you 4. That's the type of guy I am.
What sort of a competition is this? Oh, I hope it goes in.
Hold it, I dare you. Gets in.
I think he tried to pot it. I'm going to give him 1. I think it was a bad shot.
I'm with Neil all the way. I think he tried to pot that, and he doesn't like blacks. He just doesn't like blacks off the spot either. 1.
Well, I don't think that's fair. I think it was a pretty good effort, and you know, it was a little bit of artistic impression went into that. So I'm going to be a bit more generous, not too much more. So I'm going to give him a 1 as well.
Well, I am of the opinion, when I was arguing the case before, when Steve gave me 1, that we're trying to emulate what happened. And I thought that was a perfect replication of Ken's Miss Black. But, having thought about it, I'm going to give him 1 as well. For being perfect.
That one.
Oh, yes.
It's in. Nice.
Oh, I meant that one.
Lucky.
You played it too soft, Ken. Every pocket a chance you should have given.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I like Neil's way of thinking, you know, playing hard. It's for a maximum break and a lovely... and hit it hard enough that you might fluke it in the middle. I don't like that way of thinking, Neil. You're only getting 4 for that.
Oh, that's a good one. That's what Jamie
No,
got
I'd have to
together.
agree with Dennis. It was a good effort, though. It nearly went into this middle, although you pointed to that middle.
Yeah.
So, for effort alone, I'm going to be very generous and give you a 2.
You're a good man, Ken. Nice
I
work.
just like the presentation of it, but not that much.
I think the line that Neil actually hit the ball on was perfect, but the fact that you've basically turned the tournament into a farce has gone against you. And all of a sudden we wonder what we are doing here, but I'm still going to give you a 4 for the line.
Thank you.
I was sitting in the commentary box and I thought Ken is going to win an £80,000 sports car, but I thought you should have went back to the table and wiped. You came round, and I thought you should have given yourself a bit more time. And I also thought you should have put your hand on the table. And I also thought you shouldn't have stunned it. You should have rolled it in. But
So in other words, he shouldn't have gone back to his tail wipe his cue. He should have come to the commentary box and asked you if he was going to play next. What should he do? Dear me.
What a... well,
I'll tell you
that was
what.
a good effort.
I'll tell you what.
Well, that was a very good effort on the black, I must say, and it actually was very close to the way I played it. But because of all the, I thought you should have done this and I thought you should have done that, I wasn't impressed with that whatsoever. So I'm going to give you another little 3.
I must admit the explanation was getting on my nerves, but he did bridge from off the cushion, so I'll give him 5 for observation.
I think, for me, for being a smart ass, 4.
I thought you went on a little bit, but it was very well presented, and I thought it was very nice work. 5.
John was right. My hand was probably shaking like that at the time.
Queuing off the bridge.
Yeah, I think too much cue out there.
And it went something like this.
Yes!
Well played.
Go and get the car.
Yes.
Marvellous. Well, if it had potted at the time, I'd have given him the score. I've waited a long time to do it, but I'm going to give him a 10. The maximum.
Well, just to set the record straight, obviously, as we were getting closer to the finishing line, we want the last shot to be very close as well. And quickly summing things up, I think I'm going to give Ken a 1 for an excellent one shot.
I think maybe the expression "after the horse has bolted" comes to mind, mate.
Absolutely.
Bad luck. 5, halfway there.
Halfway for me as well, because I think you tried to miss that, Ken. You cued that so badly that you potted it. So
That was a shocker for the Nugget, scoring a measly 4 points. Dennis's 17 points now sees him take a share of the overall lead with Steve. Incredibly, just 7 points separate our 5 competitors.